Namaste, this is Monica from Ālaya Yoga, India. And today's session is focused on your core. So we will work on certain asanas which will help you tone your core area and activate it. So let us get started. We will start with Surya Namaskara. However, if you are practicing this session in the morning, you can also do a little bit of warm-up, some neck warm-up and spinal twist, and then get to Surya Namaskara. So let's get started. Let's practice 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara A, and then we will look into Surya Namaskara B. So first of all, starting with Tadasana, finding your weight equally distributed between both of your feet. Roll your shoulders back, open your chest. Staying grounded, well grounded. Your tailbone is tucked in. Your chin is parallel to the floor. And then let's get started. With an inhale, raise your arms up, join your palms together, look at your thumbs. Exhale, fold your knees, fold forward. Inhale, look up, half lift. You can place your hands over your shin or on the floor. Exhale, you have 2 options. Either you step back or you can also jump back to the plank. Then lowering down your knees, chest and chin. Again, this is option number 1. Option number 2, if you can, if your core allows you, you directly come down to Chaturanga. With an inhale, lift your chest up, getting into upward dog. Holding for a breath here, and then tuck your toes in. Shift your hips back to downward dog. Holding here again for 5 breaths. You can bend your knees if your hamstrings are too tight, just bending your knees and taking your spine back, pushing your tailbone back towards the ceiling, and then slowly straightening your knees up. Fold your knees. Again, 2 options. You can either step forward or jump back to front. Inhale, look up, half lift. Exhale, fold your knees, straight knees. Inhale, raise your arms all the way up. Exhale, release. Number 2, inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold your knees. Inhale, look up, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Again, coming down to Chaturanga. Inhale, slide your chest up. Exhale, step back to downward dog. Holding here again for 5 breaths. Use this time to relax, catch hold of your breath. You can close your eyes, watching the energy flow throughout your body. Again, fold your knees, step or jump forward. Inhale, look up. Half lift, exhale, inhale, raise your arms up, exhale, release. 3rd round, inhale, raise your arms up, exhale, fold your knees forward, inhale, look up, half lift, exhale, jump back to plank or step back, lowering down to Chaturanga, inhale, coming to upward dog. Exhale, tuck your toes in. Slide your hips back to downward dog. Holding here again for 5 breaths. You can push the floor away with the help of your palms to lengthening your spine. So lengthen your spine, push your tailbone back up towards the ceiling. Fold your knees, step or jump forward. Inhale, look up, half lift. Exhale, inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, release. Relaxing here for a few breaths before we move to Surya Namaskara B. Getting into Surya Namaskara B. So fold your knees and then take your arms down, sweeping your arms parallel to the floor, taking your arms all the way up with an inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Lowering down to chaturanga. Inhale, slide your chest up, coming into upward dog. You can keep your knees on the floor or off the floor as it is comfortable for you. And then you can roll over your toes or tuck your toes in, slide back to downward dog. Once you're in downward dog, step your right leg forward. Place your left heel over the floor so your both heels are in the same line. With an inhale, raise your arms up. Holding here for 2 breaths. Both legs active. Push the floor away with the back of your foot so that your other leg is also active. Exhale, step back to plank, lowering down to chaturanga. Inhale, slide your chest up, coming into upward dog. Roll over your toes, getting into downward dog. Holding here again for a breath. This time taking your left foot forward, taking your right heel, keep your right heel on the floor. Once you are grounded, inhale, raise your arms up. Hold here for a few breaths. Exhale, place your palms back on the floor. Step back to plank, lowering down to chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, tuck your toes in. Coming back to downward dog. Holding here for 5 breaths. Again, using this time to catch hold of your breath, relax here. You can fold your knees, step or jump forward. Inhale, look up, half lift. Exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, raise your arms all the way up. Exhale, release. We will repeat it one more time. So you can choose your variation. You can either step and jump step or jump forward. You can either you can take your knees, chest and chin down or go down to chaturanga as it is comfortable for you. So folding your knees. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, half lift, keeping your spine straight. Exhale, stepping back to plank. Lowering down, your knees, chest or chin or go down to chaturanga. Inhale, slide your chest up to upward dog. Exhale, tuck your toes in. Coming back to downward dog. From here, taking your right foot out, bringing it in between your palms. Your left heel, placing it on the floor. Once you're grounded, inhale. Raise your arms up. Hold here, catching hold of your breath. Exhale, place your palms back. Coming into plank, again lowering down to chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest up. Coming into upward dog. Roll over your toes or tuck your toes in, slide your hips to downward dog. Raise your left leg, bringing your left leg in the front. Again, placing your right heel on the floor. Once you're grounded, inhale, raise your arms all the way up. Hold here. Exhale, place your palms back on the floor. Step back to plank, lowering down to chaturanga. Inhale, slide your chest up to upward dog. Your knees can be on or off the floor. Tuck your toes in, slide your hips back to downward dog. Hold here for 5 breaths. Fold your knees, step or jump forward. Inhale, look up, half lift. Exhale, look down to fold your knees, raise your arms up. Exhale, release. Again, relax here. Keeping your chest open. Grounding back into Tadasana. Catching hold of your breath. Feel the flow of energy within your body. And just relish that. Now from here, you can open your feet to your right and then keeping about 3 feet distance between both your feet. Open your right foot to your right, keeping your heels in the same line, and then bend your right knee. Bringing your right knee over to your right heel. You can take your left leg a little back so that you have enough stretch between your legs, and your knee is making 90 degrees with your shin bone. So once you're here, inhale, raise your arms up, keeping them parallel. Keeping your core active, tailbone tucked in, and you can look at your right palm. We will hold here for 5 breaths. Keep your core active here. Now slowly straighten your knee. Turn your right foot in and your left foot out. Bending over your left knee. Bringing your knee over your heel. Strongly grounded, both legs active. Your kneecaps are active and your quadriceps muscles are also pulled up. So now with an inhale, raise your arms up, keeping your arms parallel to the floor. And you can also look at your left palm, keeping your torso in the front, so you're not bending or you're not twisting yourself to your left. Tailbone tucked in, core active. Slowly bringing your knee straight. Step back to the top of your mat and relax here. Again, bend your knees. Inhale, raise your arms up. Holding here in Utkat Asana. Keeping your core active, your weight is equally distributed between your feet. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Lowering down your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, coming into upward dog. Push your chest forward. Exhale, tuck your toes in, coming into downward dog. Holding here for a few breaths. Now you can jump and cross your legs, coming into sitting asana, coming into Dandasana. From here, you can cross your legs. You please place your palms right next to your hips and try and lift your body up, keeping your core active. So lifting your body up, first start lifting your hips up. So starting from your hips, and then slowly lift your heels also up, coming on your toes. Keep your core active. 3. We will try one more time. 4. Now we will try and lift our hips and our feet up off the floor. So 1, 2, hold here, and then release. We will try once again. 1 and 2. Holding here, keeping your core active, release. Now from here, place your palms in front of you, stepping back to plank. We will hold in plank for a few breaths. Looking in the front, keeping your shoulders relaxed. Now from here, you can shift your legs, bring your right leg over your left foot, and then slowly lift your right arm up, taking your right arm straight up towards the ceiling. And then slowly lift your hips up, keeping your core active. Coming back to plank, holding here again for a few breaths. Again, shifting yourself to your right, holding, balancing on your right arm, taking your left arm up towards the ceiling. You can look up or you can look in the front. Slowly lift your hips up, keeping your core active. Try and push your hips up towards the ceiling as much as you can. So here you're working on your core as well as on your arm strength. Slowly coming back to plank. We will hold here again for a few breaths, and then we will move to forearm plank. Keep your core active. Stay aware of your breath. Stay connected with your breath. Now when you're ready, you can place your forearms on the floor. You can either interlace your fingers or you can keep them separate. And then push yourself a little forward, your hips down. Holding here for a few breaths. Your shoulders are in the same line as your elbows. Now slowly place your hips down on the floor and then getting into the child pose. You can keep your hips on your heels. You can keep your knees together or apart, and then walk your palms forward and relax. Catching hold of your breath. Now from here you can cross your legs once again and placing your palms right next to your body. And again, we will try and lift our body up. Activate your core. Keep your spine straight. Push the floor down with the help of your arms and lift yourself up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From here, place your palms forward, step back to plank, lowering down your knees, chest or chin, or to chaturanga. Inhale. Lift yourself up, coming into upward dog. Exhale, tuck your toes in, coming into downward dog. Now from here, you can either cross your legs, or if you can jump and cross your legs, jump and cross your legs, coming into seating asana. Straighten your legs, straighten your spine, keep your core active. Hands on the sides, relax into dandasana. You can keep your chin parallel to the floor. Close your eyes. Moving into next asana. So keeping your knees bent, you can slowly, you have two, three options in this asana, the boat pose. Navasana. You can hold your under thigh with the help of your palms and slowly lift your spine up first. Before you lift your legs up, lift your spine up. Elongate your spine towards the ceiling and then slowly lift your feet off the floor. This is option number 1. Hold here for few breaths, at least 15 breaths. Option number 2, you can release your hands. And then you can straighten your hands, keeping them parallel to the floor. Again, your spine is not rounding here. Make sure that your spine is straight and core is active. Balancing only on your sit bones. Option number 3, you can slowly straighten your legs. When you're comfortable, bringing your knees down, we will repeat it one more time. Relax here, take a few deep breaths. Repeating it, again, you can choose your variation and then lift yourself up. You can also hook your toes with the help of your middle finger, index finger, bend your knees and slowly straighten your knees up. Push your chest forward, let your shoulders relax, keeping your core active. Look up and relax here. Slowly relax. Coming into cross-leg position. Again, place your palms right on the sides. Try and lift yourself up. 1, 2, and 3. And then from here, you can place your palms in front. Stepping back into the plank, we will do vinyasa. Lowering down to chaturanga. Inhale, slide your chest up to upward dog. Exhale, tuck your toes in. Slide yourself back to downward dog. From here again, you can jump, cross your legs, coming back into lying down position, lying down on your belly. You can cross your arms, relax a bit. Keep your legs apart. Now from here, you can keep your palms right next to your body and your feet a bit together, not too separate. You can rest your chin on the floor. And when you're ready, lift your chest up and slowly your legs up, keeping your arms parallel to the floor lifted up, holding here for a few breaths. Feel as if someone is pushing your arms behind, pulling your arms behind, and then let your chest open. Slowly release. We will repeat it one more time. Again, you will rest your chin on the floor, arms on the side, or this time you can interlace your fingers behind your back. And then lift your chest up and legs up. Open your chest. Hold here for a few breaths. And relax. Now you can place your palms right next to your side. Lift yourself up, coming into plank again. We will do one more round of plank. Holding here for a few breaths. About 15 breaths first. And then we will do forearm plank. Look forward, keeping your core active. Shoulders relaxed. Now from here you can come to your forearms. Holding here for 5 breaths. And slowly drop your knees, coming into the child pose. Placing your hips on your heels and relax. Now we will move to some of the kneeling positions. So let's try Ustrasana, camel pose. For this, kneeling on your knees and then keeping your legs in the same line as your hips. You can place your palms over your hips and then slowly drop yourself back a little bit. So first we will do some preparation, coming back to normal position, and then again try and drop yourself back as much as you can and slowly coming back. Once you're comfortable here, you can either reach out your hands on your ankles with your foot down resting on the floor, or you can tuck your toes and you can reach out your hands. So raising your right hand up, taking it and placing it all the way on your right ankle. Once you're well settled here and grounded, you can raise your left hand up and place it back on your left heel. And then push yourself forward, push your chest up and relax here. Second option is, if you want to go deeper, you can place your foot down, taking your right hand, keep placing it over your heel, and then take your left hand back, place it over your heel again, left heel, and then just open your chest. Let your abdomen get straightened up. Stretch your abdomen as much as you can. Push your hips forward. Slowly coming back, leave your hands, come back to kneeling, and then place your sit bones over your heels, countering the back bend with the help of your child pose. So getting into the child pose, you can place your head over the floor, and your hands, you can place them back. You can round your spine a bit here, because we are just a back bend. From here, again, you can cross your legs, lifting yourself up. You can place your palms on the side. Lift yourself up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. Place your palms in front, step back to plank. Lowering down to chaturanga. Inhale, slide yourself up to upward dog. Exhale, tuck your toes in. Slide your hips back to downward dog. Hold here for a few breaths. And then you can jump, sit over the floor and lie down on your back, keeping your knees bent. You can place your palms right next to your body, arms are right next to your body. Palms are almost touching, your fingers are almost touching your heels. Your heels are hip distance apart, not too close, not too far from your hips. With an inhale, lift your hips all the way up and hold there for a few breaths. Activate your quad muscles. Feel the weight of your body on your feet, equally distributed. Push the floor down with the help of your hands and your foot and push yourself up. Slowly coming back, we will repeat it one more time. This time you can lift your hips up, interlace your fingers under your hips, walk your shoulders towards each other, closer to each other, and then push your shoulders down and your hips up. Feel as if someone is pushing the hips up and push the ground underneath you with the help of your shoulders and your foot. It will help you lift up. Slowly release, bringing your hips back on the floor. And just relax here. You can straighten your knees. Taking a few deep breaths. Now cross your legs, sit up, place your palms in the front, stepping back to plank, lowering down to chaturanga. Inhale up into upward dog. Exhale, tuck your toes in, lift your hips up, getting into downward dog. Hold here for 2 breaths. And then just jump, lie down on your back, keeping your legs apart, almost touching the edge of your mat, your hands apart. We will be relaxing into Shavasana. So I'll be finishing the session here, but it is highly recommended that you finish your Shavasana at least for 5 to 10 minutes. Relax your whole body. It's important that after you do any extensive yoga asanas, at the end you have to relax your whole body. You have to feel the flow of energy throughout your body and then just enjoy it. So I'll see you for the next session. Thank you so much. I hope this will really benefit you. Thank you. Bye.